Feels like Belgium here, doesn't it? Hey, back in the day I used to be confused by this fucking tunnel, but now I understand it a little bit. Just follow the damn signs, that's it. Stilsburg. Here we go. Direction of Stilsburg. Bucco, Trigata. Yeah. But then there's yeah, that's it. That might confuse motherfuckers a little bit as well. Okay, let's link it over. That's Stilsburg. Here we go. Direction of Stilsburg. Ugh, I hate going through escalators that don't move. It feels weird for some reason. Let me see if these escalators are working. No, these are probably the exit ones. Let's go through there. Fuck it. Unless it's not. Oh yeah, there's the arrow pointing this way, so these are the right escalators. Here it is. Entrance right there. I asked ChatGPT if he can visit the airport, and he said yes. Well, obviously, since it's a commercial airport. But let's see what's it like on the inside. It also says that it has a view to the runway. Somebody left their bike here, but look, here you have the trolleys for your luggage. Let's go in there and see what it's inside like. I guess Hertz, it's another airline, but there are chicken stations here. Oh, there's a bathroom. Might as well use it. Wait, Palma de Mallorca, yep. Alicante, Heraclion, Malaga. Where the fuck is Heraclion? It says 34 degrees there, it's somewhere hot. All flights, TUI flight. ChatGPT was right, this airport is emptier than a bitch. Shout out to Dashi XP for that reference. Well, let's see where we can see the runway. Hold up. At what time do we have a flight coming in? Oh, 7:30. Oh, there's one at 13:55. Only 4 flights. Holy shit. Honestly, that was it. There's nothing else, I think. I got told there was a view of the runway, but I only see 2 entrances, like 2 places. One, the stairs, it says only personnel, and the other says for passengers with tickets only. And since I don't have a ticket and I'm not going nowhere, I'm guessing I'm not allowed to go in there. But it's cool. It's, it has a bit of an airport vibe. It is an airport, but it's not as busy as Zaventem. And free bathrooms. Top of that, you have free bathrooms, which is always nice, because you probably have to pay in Zaventem. I'm pretty sure of that, 100%. Or maybe not, I don't know. I don't remember, because last time I took a flight from there was in 2015. It was 10 years ago, bitch. As a matter of fact, it was almost 10 years ago to the date. Yeah, I'm remembering our vacation to Portugal. We stayed there until September, bitch. But we went in the end of June, I think. Because I had quit school by then. And I remember that the teachers were saying a bunch of shit about me going on vacation in June. I'm like, that's one of the things, always pressuring me for shit, and that's when I give up. I have to do things in my own time. But I said, fuck it. In March, I said, fuck it. I quit school. Fuck school. Not doing shit there anyways. Because actually the teachers are kind of a dick move of me, but the teachers did let me go through to the next grade, which is called AVO here. They only have 6 grades. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. And the 6th grade is called AVO. So they let me go through, but I had to do the same lessons from the year before. Yeah, the condition was that I had to do some of the assignments from the year before. And they would let me go through, and I did. They gave me that chance, and I kind of spat on their face. It's kind of fucked up, to be honest. But I was feeling so miserable back then. I was sick and tired of the routine and all that. I get burned out really easily, which sucks. Oh, there's another plane coming in, I think. Wow, I managed to track that airplane really well for a whole ass shaky hand. But let's now go back to Antwerp, the actual Antwerp city. Because this is actually in the town of Deurne. That's why it's also called the airport of Deurne, Antwerp. The runway doesn't look that big from here, but it is pretty big. Imagine the ones in Zwijnderecht. It's even bigger. Because obviously in Zwijnderecht you can go to other continents. But the other city that one of the destinations, Heralikon, I think, it was in Greece. Nice. But the next flight coming in is at 1 o'clock, and I'm not gonna wait here just to see a whole plane. Might as well go to Zaventem to see, if you want to see airplanes. Or come here in a more busy part of the year. Because obviously today ain't the day. Honestly, I have no idea when the airport is the busiest here. I'd say here now in the summer, but it was not today. Only have 4 flights coming in and out, and I think 2 of them already are gone. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. Either that or they're the flights of tomorrow. But I don't think so, because I saw a few people going there. I checked on Google Maps, we're actually really still in Antwerp. Google Maps highlighted the whole thing, and we're inside that highlight. I'll never get tired of this.
¿Sabes la historia?
Sí, sí, sí.
Man, I hate this damn flag. Not what it stands for, but the new layout. I'm talking about that. Like the stupid triangle and the circle shit. Dumbass design. Let's bring back the 1979 flag.
Because you basically stay in.
I mean, although we're in Belgium, some of these souvenir stores, they have shit from the Netherlands and what? Look, I know this used to be part of the Netherlands back in the day, but it ain't that no more. Why are the people here not offended by that shit? It's pretty much getting their Belgian identity, you know? But then the people here in Antwerp, especially the older generations, they kind of have more of a disdain for French speakers. I mean, once I was speaking French here and I got a bit of a side eye. Like, motherfucker stopped and stared back. It's funny, because I don't think I've ever been up here before. I don't think so, because this place was always closed off. I don't recall ever coming up here. Maybe I did, I not remember. But let me explain to you a bit of the why the Flemish hate the French a little bit, and I understand why. Because back in the day, before the 60s, because it was in the 60s where they formed officially the two sides of Belgium. Hold up, let me just get up here. I'm gonna go to Brussels and speak Dutch in that bitch. I don't give a fuck if I get side-eyed or something. Because by law, you're supposed to be bilingual. Your own law says it. And they're not respecting their own law. I don't care if I speak French. I'm gonna go there and go all Dutch. And if I get side-eyed, I get side-eyed. If they say, why are you speaking Dutch? I say, motherfucker, you're supposed to speak both languages in this bitch. But then it also pisses me off when the Flemish default to English when you're speaking in French. And I say, if you can speak English, you can speak French. And it's a Belgian language. English is a foreigner's language. Don't make me go nationalistic on your ass. Kind of ironic me saying this shit and I'm speaking in English. This is because I want my videos to be available to everybody. I don't really trust the auto translation. I might do a blog in Dutch or French one day. And see where that carries me. Maybe I should do like a blog in French here in Antwerp, and one in Flemish in Wallonia. There we got a lot of side looks, especially in Wallonia. They pretty much just ignore each other. One speaks Flemish and the other speaks French to the other, and just do this awkward shit of ignoring each other, pretending not to understand what they're saying.
Wat is anders?
I think it's so funny how you can go from here to Valenciennes in France with the same river. You don't even have to switch rivers. Sometimes I say you could swim, but who the fuck in their right mind would swim from Antwerp to Valenciennes? Nobody. Because that's too damn far. Well, it's probably not as far as the channel, but come on, man. Even swimming to Ghent would be dangerous. Deadly, probably, I don't know. Under the right circumstances, if somebody wants to do it, they can, but you by yourself, probably not. Now, to burn all them calories, I'm gonna walk all the way from here to the Zuid, which is down there. Those buildings down there, that's Antwerp and Zuid. I was gonna say I could go visit the station Antwerp and Zuid, but I already been there. I've been in all of them already. Look at those cozy ass motherfuckers up there. A whole view to Antwerp and isolated and shit. That's fucked up. I wanna live there. I think those are, yeah, those are houses. Some of them might be businesses, but come on, man. Now I'm jealous. Can you imagine live up there? Get a view towards the Antwerp. Also a beautiful view of the Schelde River. I don't know about them floods though. I don't often hear about the Schelde River flooding. Also because it ends and starts here, kind of between Belgium, Antwerp, and the Netherlands, and some other municipalities. And it flows into the North Sea. I realized that thing passed. That little PTSD I had from that dude that randomly yelled at me in the delays in the central station for no reason. And every time after that shit, and then I thought about Antwerp, I thought about that moment. But nowadays I don't. It's kind of past. Well, it's been 3 years. Almost 3 years. But yeah, if you don't know, when I visited Antwerp for the first time, well, technically the city, because the very first time I was in Antwerp was in 2014, and we just went to the zoo. It was for my birthday, and that was it, and we went home. Let's say the second time I came to Antwerp, I went to visit the city properly. First of all, I was late. Got here at 10. Was it 10 or 11? Because my mom kind of screwed me by like trying to, by telling me to do this and that, and I got distracted on the hour. I think I got here late. It was already 11. So that was that. Then it took me 2 hours to find what fucking tram to go to the city center. I could have just walked there without wasting time, but you know, I wanted to try the trams to see what it was like. If it felt like I was in Ghent, which it did a little bit, because they have the same trams there, except they don't open on, most of them don't open on the other side. But it already went wrong that day. I had lunch at 14 o'clock. It was already 14, and I was having lunch. Waste of time. Then I kept getting trams in the wrong direction. Because of course I'm still new. I don't know shit, and I'm trying to follow Google Maps. And this motherfucker cannot even tell me that you gotta go underground in certain tram stops. It's a pre-metro, and you gotta go underground. I was so surprised by that shit. Like, I didn't know that Antwerp had a pre-metro system. I thought it was all like Ghent. Like, it kept telling me to go here, but here where, motherfucker? I don't see any tram stop in this bitch. I thought it was the surface ones, like in front of the station. But yeah, if Google tells you your tram stop is in some weird tunnel entrance, that's probably, you gotta go down there. You know, descend the stairs. Because I thought those were parking garages or something. And I'm not totally wrong, because some of those entrances are parking garages, but that one wasn't, and I thought it was. And I was getting confused, like, where the fuck is this fucking tram stop that I gotta take? Shit. Look at this shit. Very Belgian culture. But anyways, yeah, I was in the tram thing. Couldn't find it, but then, okay, I decided to go downstairs and check it out. And then I see there's multiple signs there telling me multiple lines in multiple directions, and I'm like, oh, they have an underground tram in this bitch. That's when I found out about pre-metro systems. They are pretty rare, actually. Ain't that a bitch? So wasted my sweet ass time on that. Then yeah, at least I had some fun. I was looking at the city center and stuff. I liked it. Then it was time to go home. I get to the station, and I go to the laser in the first level, underground level. I don't think I can go any further from here unless I jump to that thing, but I'm not gonna fucking do that and fall in the skelt. Oh, look at that. I bet it just came from the airport. I go to the laser, I start looking for some drinks. Then I go back to the alcohol section to check it again to make sure if it was alcohol, and yeah, it was all alcohol, and that motherfucker was there. And then it was like in English. He said, this is all in English, by the way. He said, excuse me. And then he started to rumble some shit about, you are animals, and this and that. And I wasn't understanding a fucking thing he was saying, even though he was speaking English. I don't know what the fuck he was on about, but he started yelling at me in this store in English that I'm an animal and you are animals. I don't know who and what he's referring to. I don't know what made dude snap at me. I don't know if he thought I was Belgian or a foreigner. If he was a foreigner, he was calling me an animal for thinking I'm Belgian or something. Or he just assumed I was a foreigner, which technically I am a foreigner of some kind, some foreigner he doesn't like, and just started shouting at me for some reason. I don't know what made homie snap. But I said, man, shut the fuck up and get the hell out of my face. And that's what I said. Before I whoop your ass, because I would have whooped his ass. Fuck some old fart geezer gonna do. I might have been underestimating him, but damn. If I was gonna let some old ass motherfucker whoop my ass for no reason, hell no. I swear to God, he would have been dropped in that store. But that thing kind of stuck with me for a while. And every time I came here, I was nervous. that shit kind of stick with me. It didn't go well. I think Antwerp didn't go very well the first time I visited, or the second time, whatever. What's this sign says? Oh, something about a permit. And those girls, I can tell they're from here because they are talking with an Antwerp accent. Yes, Antwerpish people have their own accent in this province, not just in the city, I think. funny, now I can tell the different Flemish accents. The Limburgish. Well, they say they talk slower, but the Limburgish accent is cute and because they talk slower. Honestly, I didn't notice really a difference. Then there is West Flemish accent. I actually understand it better than the East Flemish accent because there is some French kind of accent. They sound a bit French when they talk. Maybe that's why I understand them better. There's also the Brabants accent and all that. And Wallonia also has its own accent. They even have their own language, it's called Wallonian. Of course, it's some kind of French dialect. Don't know if I'm triggering someone by saying that. This is all new. This isn't a construction back when I visited the first time. Second time, I mean. I honestly don't know if the zoo visit counts. Because I was here, but I didn't see the city. That's kind of messing with my head. But you wanna know something? It's funny how the motherfuckers from Ghent like to shit on Antwerp for being a place where racists and nationalists and all that. But I see more foreigners here in Antwerp than in Ghent. Like, you hear more other languages being spoken here than in Ghent. Ghent just likes to pretend they're woke. Well, it acts like a woke city, Ghent, but but they have much less foreigners than here. Here in Antwerp, there's foreigners everywhere. See bitches with kneecaps and hijabs or whatever the fuck that shit is called. That repressive shit and signs in Arabic and whatever. I'm like, I barely see that shit in Ghent unless I go to those other neighborhoods. Here it's almost everywhere. Which is like such a contradiction and irony. Like, these woke motherfuckers, they don't know how to do shit. And at the end of the day, they end up doing something more racist than the racists themselves. Also, by portraying themselves as Captain Save a Ho. Like, let's save all the minorities from the evil white people and all that shit. That shit is racist by itself. Why do you think that you have to save me because I'm black? Something like that. Or because I'm a foreigner. Why do you think you have to save me? I have my own voice, motherfucker. Why are you taking away my shit? Let me speak for myself. Over here acting like they care about foreigners and shit. Meanwhile, they're being more racist. Or as racist as the motherfuckers they hate. They say are racist. Man, this whole world is upside down. But yeah, in terms of migration, Ghent doesn't have shit on Antwerp. Dogs almost scared the shit out of me. Oh wow, I made it to the Zuid. I see those buildings that you can see from the station. Holy shit. But can I leave though? Yeah, I guess I have to follow this path. Look, I'm seeing those buildings down there. You see them when you're arriving at the Zuid station. Even though Antwerp is bigger than Ghent. Oh, there's an opening right there. Where the fuck am I gonna walk? It's still walkable. Quite walkable. Okay, there are no cars coming. Jan van Asperen path. And I have to go look for the nearest tram stop in a second. Wow, they really did a nice job here. Look how nicely they mix nature with modern buildings and shit. This looks a bit like that neighborhood in Utrecht near the station, the Jaarbeursplain. And then beyond that there's like a couple of modern buildings, the whole neighborhood being built just like this one. And of course the science park is also pretty similar looking to this. Let me see if I can find a store where to buy water.
senso mooi. Die visman. Fit. Die visman.
Okay, the traffic lights are broken, so we had to leave the tram. That's fucked up. I was gonna film like a whole footage there, but I don't think these lines are in use. I did see a temporary stop here somewhere, but it's cool seeing like all the lines warped, like looped around that round pound. Yeah, let's see if the blue tram is gonna be stuck as well. The light seems to be working fine here. This is nice. I'm like in a random neighborhood of Antwerp. Why not?
Als wij daar in Oostenrijk waren, dan waren we er een keer.
I was right. There was a tram line number 11, but it's been put out of service temporarily because the tracks are in the construction. And I think that's gonna be the first full metro line. I'm not sure, because I heard that they wanted to give Antwerp a proper metro. That might be line 11. Oh shit, I'm hearing some French motherfuckers. Oh hell no. You're in Antwerp, you'll be in danger if you speak French. Motherfuckers will give you a death stare, might try to whoop your ass and kill you. No, I'm kidding. It's not that extreme. You might just get a little side stare or something, and that's it. And if they start shouting at you for speaking French, you tell them to shut the fuck up. But French is also a Belgian language. What you want about? It's not because you're speaking French that the whole of Flanders is going to disappear and everybody's going to speak French from now on. Shit, it's so stupid. Just because you speak French, and if they start speaking French, that means they're ending their Flemish culture. Such a dumbass thing to think. But then, I don't blame them, because the Walloons, the French speakers, are kind of selfish. They don't learn Dutch or other languages.
Halte Van Eden.
Wel weet wat dat is, nou, maar dit is de beste heel goed.
Volgende halte Halle. Halte Gaandeweg. Volgende halte Halte Van Kouwenaan. Halte Van Kouwenaan. Volgende halte Sporthal. Halte Sporthal. Halte Regatta. Halte Regatta. Poei. Volgende halte, Dorp. Halte, Dorp.
Okay, so we're in Zwijnderecht. And don't get it confused with Zwijnderecht in the Netherlands, the suburb of Rotterdam. That's not that. It's Zwijnderecht of Antwerp. The Zwijnderecht in the suburb of Rotterdam is like right in front of Dordrecht, I think. You can go there by train, bus, or... Well, I don't know if you can go there by train, but definitely by bus or by boat. Yeah, you can also use the Rotterdam taxi boat to go there. But I think it's a much more developed suburb comparing to the Zwijnderecht of Antwerp. Also, the tram was going to Milcelle, and that's a little town village that belongs to Weveren, and it's in East Flanders. That's already in East Flanders. Okay, so there's line 2 right there. You have to access it through here. Hold up. I think this is the Antwerp side. That way is to Antwerp. that way is towards Ghent. It's a shame that they have left the station like this. They should have renewed it and make it a regular station. Now they're selling it. I ain't gonna lie, I'd buy it. I definitely would buy a station building as a house for show. Funded by the European Union. Well, they didn't fund enough to keep the building as a station, bitch. The S trains of Antwerp, which go to Roosendaal in the Netherlands. That's a big ass platform though. Holy shit, they really did build a big ass platform. Well, I can't blame them since there are big ass trains. I haven't even covered half of it. Holy shit. Let's do some B-roll.
Doorrijdende trein. Blijf op veilige afstand. Yeah, this would be such a fine ass place to live. Not only do you have the trams of Antwerp that take you right to the city center and the station, you also have a station, a proper one, if you want to get there quicker. And perhaps even connections with Beveren, and you can also take a train there to go to Ghent. I don't know if you have a direct connection towards Ghent from here. Still, I'm pretty sure this village, Zwijnderecht, is much more pretty than the Zwijnderecht in the Netherlands. Because I think that one is more developed. There's not much historical stuff there to see. Perhaps, I don't know. I haven't been there, just passed by. I've only been to Dordrecht. I mean, I could be talking out of my ass, maybe. That the Zwijnderecht of Rotterdam could be prettier than this. Who knows?
I'm guessing the S trains are around these levels right here. By the way, the S trains are like the RERs, but it's not as complex as the ones from Paris. Did you just say my train is gonna leave from line 5? Yes, it is on line 5. I never took a train on that line before. Miles 4 to 6. Nokia. Shit says Nokia.
Goedemiddag beste reizigers, welkom in de IC-trein met bestemming De Bonne. Eerstvolgende haltes zijn Antwerpen-Zuid, Antwerpen, Berchem, Antwerpen-Zuid, Sint-Niklaas, Lokeren, Beervelde, Gent-Ampoort en Gent-Sint-Pieters. Volgende halte Antwerpen-Berchem. Naar voor in de trein. De laatste 3 rijtuigen komen niet aan het perron.